My name is Sedlack. I'm the CEO of UFC Gyms. That means I oversee everything from sales, operations, fitness, real estate, accounting, finance, but of course, payroll, HR, and recruiting. The industry is in a very unique position, but it's the complication of competition, the complication of minimum wage increases, the bureaucracy of how we deal with all the labor laws and all the other variables that we constantly have to react to is definitely something that is dealt with on a daily, if not hourly basis. Before partnering with BBSI, I would say we had a lot of complication. We lacked transparency with our vendor at the time. And really, I didn't feel the appropriate contribution to help us drive and move the business forward. It was almost like I reported to them as a vendor. And UFC Gym's a complicated company in a complicated industry. Quite frankly, initially, I didn't know if they were the right vendor. It was a referral from a very close friend of mine. But as I lifted the lid and I looked underneath the hood of the car, I found all the value proposition points that BBSI offered. They created a very simplistic platform to allow me to focus on what my job really is versus having to be an expert in HR, an expert in payroll, and an expert in recruiting. The support at BBSI has been tremendous. So instead of spending half my day trying to confirm that people got paid correctly, or if I had an HR issue, or how to staff a facility, I now have a tremendous, not just vendor, but a partner that helps me get better in all those avenues. So I would say they've increased my efficiency so I can focus on what's most important in our business. And quite frankly, it allows me to be a better leader as a CEO of a big organization. In the fitness industry, it can be very complicated because we have a lot of variable pay, we have fixed pay, we have bonus pay, and we have people that work at multiple facilities. BBSI was able to take all the complication of our payroll compensation plans and simplify it so the output became easy to execute off of. So yeah, I would say they've created simplicity for me so we can make sure we pay people correctly, but more importantly, the transparency is in place. State laws are changing all the time, and literally, you have to have a doctorate to understand what each state does and how they react on an annual basis. So by having BBSI in place, I don't have to worry about any of that. It's all provided for us. Not only that, they're such great partners, they're proactive in their communication versus being reactive. Many vendors, what I've found over my years of experience in the industry, you have to chase them down. That's not the case with BBSI. They come to us, give us the information, and allow us to react with plenty of notice. We have a lot of priorities as an organization. I mean, certainly automation with AI and how we deliver to our consumer is critically important to us. We have a very strong value proposition. Now, if you're going to have a strong value proposition, you better have a pretty strong team. And so not only is BBSI going to help me with the recruiting strategy of getting top-notch talent into the UFC Gym family, but as importantly, it's how we hold team members accountable, how we train them, how we make sure that we comply with all the local and state laws that have to be dealt with in the complication of how you retain employees. So I would say BBSI has been incredibly resourceful in helping me build the business and focus the right people on the right things.